Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast. Before I get started with the reading, I just want to take a second and thank all of my subscribers. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and just all of your positive feedback. If you are interested in receiving additional guidance from the weekly and monthly tarot forecast that I offer here on my channel, I do actually draw and upload every single day a daily oracle guidance card to my Instagram and Facebook pages. So if you're interested in receiving additional guidance, please head over and like me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram. If you are interested in receiving a private reading from me, I do actually have linked below in the description bar my website, so head over to my website and read about how I offer my private readings. And make sure that for these weekly tarot forecasts you are watching your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign to get the most insight. Some weeks you will resonate more with your sun sign, other weeks you will resonate more with your rising sign or ascendant sign, and then sometimes you might even resonate with all three, your sun, moon, and rising sign. So again, I just want to thank you guys so very much for all of your support. You guys are truly amazing. Thank you for all of the positive feedback, your likes, your shares, your comments. I do wish you all a wonderful week. Stay tuned for the reading. Hi Leo, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of November 7th through the 13th. This is for Leo Sun, Leo Moon, and Leo Rising signs. All right, very interesting, Leo. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, I have the Death card. Okay, so Death can represent the sign of Scorpio. So for some Leos, maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio this week. A Scorpio could be very significant. But death is great change, transformation, and this is a very powerful energy. So for some of you, something certainly could be ending, so something else can begin. With death, there is always a new beginning. Or maybe perhaps something is ending the way that it once was. It's transforming to something new. It's transforming into something new. Let's see here. The overall energy, Leo, for the week is Judgment. And you actually have a few major arcanas here. So Judgment, for some Leos, you could be hearing the call for action. So you could be definitely making some changes this week. Judgment is rebirth. So for some Leos, this is you rising up from a difficult time within your life. You're maybe healing, and moving on with your life in some way. Judgment is a healing energy. And with death here, I see many of you maybe just moving on to something new, moving on to the next chapter of your life. Now, Judgment can represent that legal judgment, and then we also have Justice here. So for some Leos, there could be some sort of a legal case that's going on. You could be receiving that legal judgment this week. But also this could be you making a decision. There could be some Leos that are maybe making a decision or receiving a decision that then allows them to move forward with their life in some way. You could be receiving a decision from maybe a Scorpio. We are starting out with the Ten of Cups here, and you have a nice progression here. You have the Ten of Cups, but then we also have the Nine of Cups here, Leo. So emotionally, I think it's going to be a great week for you. What I'm really getting is that for many Leos, you're healing emotionally. So it could be a little bit more of actually an emotional week for you, but I see you in a really good place with the Ten of Cups here. For some Leos, maybe you're spending more time with friends or family. You could be celebrating something. There could be something going on that makes you very happy, or something that's exciting. but I see you in a really good place emotionally, and I think that there definitely are some Leos that are healing from something, and your emotions are really healing. Now, with the Four of Pentacles here underneath the Ten of Cups, you actually have 2 4s here in the spread, but you have the Four of Pentacles here, which can indicate sometimes someone hanging on tightly to something. They're holding out, they're waiting on someone or something of value, something that is very significant and of value to them. So for some Leos, maybe you were dealing with a person who was hanging on tightly to something, or maybe you were hanging on tightly to something. But because I have Judgment and Justice here, for some Leos, there could have been a situation where, you know, a family member, or there could have been some sort of dispute, and someone could have been hanging on to property or assets, hanging on something to something, excuse me, tightly, or maybe you were hanging on to something tightly, Leo. But because we have Death here, and then with the 10 here, the 10 of Cups, 10s can indicate cycles that are completing. So I feel like for some Leos, if you've been dealing with like a legal dispute, or if you were in a situation where someone was hanging on tightly to something, I feel like that's going to be coming to an end. I feel like that's completing. You're coming out of that. And there could have been a lot of uncertainty around this situation because I have the Moon here, and the Moon represents the unknown, what is hidden, and I feel like, you know, however you relate to this, whether this is a legal dispute or a family dispute, if there was someone hanging on tightly to something of value, I feel like things are definitely coming to light, or you're getting closer to things coming to light, things becoming revealed. Maybe for some Leos, you're waiting on that information. You're waiting on that communication. The Moon is also more emotional energy. It's a heavier energy. It can be a little tricky, but I see many of you in a really good place emotionally. So yes, it could be more of like an emotional week, but not in a bad way. I'm not feeling like this is anything bad. I just feel like it's more of an emotional week, but it's actually really good. I feel like for many of you, you're in a good place. I feel like you see the light at like the end of the tunnel, or the end of the road. You're seeing the light, or I feel like for some of you, this confusion is starting to maybe dissipate, because the Moon can represent that confusing sort of energy. And I feel like for some of you, you're coming out of this energy here, and I feel like you are literally rising up from this. Now, this could have something to do with an earth sign person. I have the Page of Pentacles here, so this could have something to do with an earth sign person, or for some of you could be receiving communication in regards to this situation. This could be in regards to assets. This also could be an offer that's coming through for you. And there also could be, like I mentioned, a Scorpio or even a Libra or a Virgo person who's quite significant. So this person could be reaching out to you. I feel like for some of you, you could have been waiting on communication from this person. And for some of you with the Moon here, this could be like some sort of secret communication that's happening here. But there definitely could be an offer coming in with the Four of Cups here. This could be an offer that's coming in, either an offer that you've been waiting on, or for some Leos, this could be an offer that's coming through that maybe, you know, maybe right away you're not interested. This could be an offer that you need to take a second look at, or maybe think about. With the Four of Cups, it could be an offer that, you know, you don't really find appealing. But I think that for some of you with Judgment here, you might be a little bit too judgmental, and maybe you need to take a a second and you need to think about this offer, because this offer could actually be something that makes you very happy. We have the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, and then we have that 9 progressing to the 10. So this offer, if you're a Leo who is receiving an offer or some communication this week, something that maybe you have to make a decision on, I think that you need to take a second, you need to think about it. With the moon here, you really need to listen to your intuition, because this could actually be something that's going to make you very happy. For some of you, this could be like a wish coming through. This could be something that really, really makes you happy here, because I see you becoming enlightened. With the 9 of Cups and the Hermit here, I think that there's something that's happening for you that's going to make you very happy. The Hermit for me represents an enlightened soul. So I think that for some Leos, you're definitely receiving that enlightenment, or even with Judgment here, you could be having some sort of like awakening. And I feel like your intuition is definitely going to be speaking to you this week. So pay attention to your dreams, but there could be some sort of enlightenment that's coming to you this week that you were wishing for, you were hoping for, maybe hoping for this communication or hoping for this offer. And I feel like it could be coming through for some of you. And then for others, I feel like it's just literally a matter of time. It's on its way. It's definitely on its way. With Death here, this is great change that's coming in for many of you. So for some of you, you could be signing a new contract. Maybe this is an offer for a new job. You could be signing a new contract. This also could be an offer coming through. If it's in regards to a job, maybe, you know, maybe the pay is not what you were expecting, or maybe the offer doesn't seem like it's all that good. But again, you need to take a second look. You need to take a second look, because this offer can bring a lot of balance to your life in some way, and it could actually be something that, again, is very good for you. It makes you very happy. Now, the Hermit can also represent an attorney. So for some Leos, you're going to maybe be hearing from your attorney this week, and he might be bringing you an offer. You know, maybe this is something legal you have going on. Your attorney could be contacting you with some sort of offer, and again, maybe it doesn't seem like it's all that good, but you need to take a second. You need to think about it. Maybe not be so judgmental, because this could be something that makes you very happy. And then for some other Leos, you know, this could be an offer coming through from your attorney, or from like an older gentleman, maybe even a Virgo, or maybe even a water sign person, an earth sign person, a water sign person, that's coming through. That is something that's going to make you very happy. And for some of you, I feel like this is something you've been waiting on, something you've been holding out for, something you've been wanting, and it's on its way. It's coming. You just need to, you know, hang in there. You need to be patient. Let me pull you an additional guidance card. So overall, Leo, it's going to be a great week. I think it's going to be more of an emotional week, but, you know, not in a bad way. I feel like, you know, this is you in a really good place emotionally. For some of you, you could be receiving that wish come true, that offer, or that information is maybe finally coming through. For some of you, you're starting something new, absolutely. With the Page of Pentacles, this could be an offer for a new job, an offer for a house, something that's going to make you and your family very happy, something that's going to add more stability to your life. So financially, I think it's going to be a great week. Emotionally, I think it's going to be a great week. Make sure that you're listening to your intuition. Definitely pay attention to your dreams. All right, additional guidance for Leo for the upcoming week. All right, we have Fiona. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. So this is for many of you, how interesting, you needing to remain open to receiving. Again, some of you, I feel like there's going to be an offer that's coming through that you're like, oh, I don't want that. That's not what I was going after. That's not what I had in mind. But it could actually be something that benefits you greatly or makes you very, very happy, Leo. So now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. All right, Leo. So remain open, remain positive, and just have a good week. I hope that you found this reading helpful. Take care.